The cold morning air of Dublin, Ireland cuts through the narrow streets like a blade. Grey clouds hang low above the city, pressing down on the cracked pavements and tired faces of people rushing to work. Near the back entrance of a grand audition theater, a poor boy named Liam stands alone. Liam is only 14. His clothes are old, stitched together by charity and hope. His shoes are too big, donated from someone richer, someone warmer. His hands tremble, not just from the cold, but from hunger. He hasn't eaten since yesterday morning. Behind him is a small backpack, his only possession. Inside it are no valuables, just a worn notebook filled with song lyrics and memories of his late mother, who used to sing to him when the nights were too cold to sleep. Liam leans against the brick wall and closes his eyes. To escape the noise of the city and the pain in his stomach, he begins to sing softly. His voice floats into the air, pure, clean, and heartbreakingly beautiful. It doesn't sound like it belongs to a poor boy sleeping in shelters. It sounds like gold wrapped in sorrow. A security guard nearby freezes. A woman walking past stops, tears forming without understanding why. Even the wind seems to pause. Inside the theater, laughter and chatter from judges preparing for auditions echo faintly. They have no idea that outside, in the shadows, a voice capable of changing lives is singing to survive. Liam opens his eyes and looks at the massive doors ahead. Fear grips him. He has been rejected before, not because of talent, but because of poverty. Still, he wipes his face, takes a deep breath, and whispers to himself, "This is my only chance." And with that fragile hope, he steps toward the door, toward destiny. The heavy doors of the theater open with a low creak, and Liam steps onto the stage. Bright lights crash over him like a wave, forcing him to squint. The warmth inside feels unreal compared to the cold streets outside. His heart pounds so loudly he is sure everyone can hear it. The audience murmurs when they see him. His thin frame, worn clothes, and nervous posture tell a story before he even speaks. The judges sit behind a long table. One judge leans back with crossed arms, clearly doubtful. Another tilts their head, studying the boy with concern. The third judge smiles gently but with sadness already forming in their eyes. "What's your name?" a judge asks. "Liam," he answers softly, his voice barely reaching the microphones. "And where are you from, Liam?" "I don't really have a place," he admits, lowering his eyes. "I stay in shelters, sometimes the street." The room grows quiet. One judge exhales sharply. Another rubs their eyes, fighting emotion. "Why did you come here today?" a judge asks, voice cracking slightly. Liam swallows hard. His fingers clutch the microphone stand as if it's the only thing keeping him upright. "Because when I sing," he says, trembling, "I forget that I'm poor, I forget that I'm hungry." A tear slips down one judge's cheek. Another judge leans forward now, fully engaged. "What will you do if this doesn't work out?" someone asks gently. Liam forces a small smile. "I'll keep singing," he says. "Even if no one listens." The judges exchange glances. Skepticism melts into something heavier, hope mixed with fear. Fear that what they are about to hear may break them. "Whenever you're ready," a judge whispers. Liam closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and the entire room holds its breath with him. Seconds away from a voice that will change everything. Liam closes his eyes, gripping the microphone with shaking hands. For a brief moment, the world disappears, the lights, the judges, the audience. All that remains is his breath and the memories he carries. He begins to sing. The first note is soft, fragile, almost afraid. But it is perfect. The sound glides through the theater like a prayer whispered in the dark. Within seconds, the room changes. Conversations stop. Bodies go still. Even the judges forget to breathe. As Liam continues, his voice grows stronger, clear, raw, and impossibly pure. Each lyric carries the weight of cold nights, empty meals, and dreams whispered into the silence of shelters. His voice does not beg for sympathy. It tells the truth. One judge's eyes widen, hands trembling as they slowly lower their head. Another judge presses a fist against their mouth, tears spilling freely now. The third judge leans back, completely overwhelmed, whispering, "Oh my God." The audience begins to cry openly. Some hold hands. Others bow their heads as if in church. The song feels ancient, like something Ireland itself has been waiting to hear. Liam reaches the chorus, and his voice soars, powerful yet broken, shining with sorrow and hope intertwined. It sounds like gold forged from suffering. A judge stands up without realizing it. Tears stream down their face. Another judge shakes their head in disbelief, sobbing quietly. As the final note hangs in the air, trembling and alive, Liam opens his eyes. He looks terrified, unsure if he has failed. Silence. Then a single, shaky breath from the judge's table. The silence is not rejection. It is reverence. The judges are no longer deciding his fate. They are recovering from what they just felt. And somewhere deep inside the room, a hand hovers above the golden buzzer. If you want, I can continue with. The final note fades into the air, trembling like it doesn't want to leave. The theater remains frozen in silence. Liam stands still at the center of the stage, chest rising fast, eyes wide with fear and hope tangled together. At the judges' table, no one speaks. One judge slowly lifts their head, eyes red and shining with tears. Their lips tremble as they try to speak, but no words come. Another judge wipes their face with both hands, openly crying now, not caring who sees. The third judge stares at Liam as if seeing him for the first time, whispering, "That wasn't a song, that was a life." The audience waits, breath held. Finally, one judge stands up. Their chair scrapes loudly against the floor, breaking the silence. They point toward Liam, voice shaking. "You walked in here with nothing. No money. No safety. No guarantees." They pause, choking back tears. "But your voice is priceless." Applause begins slowly, unsure, then grows louder. Still, the judges aren't finished. Another judge speaks, tears streaming freely. "I've judged thousands of performances," they say. "But I have never felt pain and beauty collide like that." The golden buzzer judge places a trembling hand over the large gold button. They look at Liam, thin, frightened, waiting for rejection. "I see a boy who has been ignored by the world," the judge says softly. "And tonight, the world will listen." They don't hesitate anymore. Slam. The golden buzzer explodes with light and sound. Golden confetti rains down like hope itself. Liam gasps, dropping to his knees as tears pour from his eyes. He presses his hands to his face, overwhelmed. The judges stand, clapping through tears. Some rush toward the stage, crying openly. For the first time in his life, Liam is not invisible. He is seen. Golden confetti continues to fall, covering the stage like a miracle. Liam remains on his knees, shaking, his small hands buried in his face as sobs escape his chest. For a moment, he cannot breathe. The sound of applause, cheers, and crying surrounds him, but it feels distant, like a dream he's afraid to wake from. A judge reaches him first, kneeling down despite their formal clothes. They gently place a hand on his shoulder. "You did this," they whisper through tears. "You earned every second of this." Another judge joins them, pulling Liam into a warm embrace. The third judge stands nearby, wiping their eyes, smiling through tears they no longer try to hide. The audience rises to their feet in a standing ovation that feels endless. Liam looks up, eyes red, voice trembling. "Is this real?" he asks. The golden buzzer judge nods, choking back emotion. "It's real," they say. "And it's only the beginning." The host steps onto the stage, their voice shaking as they announce Liam's advancement. Cameras flash. The crowd chants his name. Yet Liam's mind drifts back, to cold nights, empty stomachs, and singing alone in the dark. He whispers, almost to himself, "My mom would have loved this." One judge hears him and breaks down again, covering their face. The others hug Liam tighter. As the confetti finally settles, Liam stands at center stage, no longer a poor boy hiding in shadows, but a voice that crossed oceans and hearts. Above the stage, glowing on a massive screen, one word appears. Manila. A symbol of dreams that travel beyond borders, beyond poverty, beyond fear. Liam wipes his tears and smiles, not because life is suddenly easy, but because for the first time, hope is louder than hunger. And in that moment, Ireland listens.